We are back with another video. I started off today around 8 o'clock. It is now 11. I wish to stream on Twitch for 3 hours, so please tune in if you can. It is just it's such a great time to just be streaming, and I got no viewers, but I just have such a fun time doing it, so I like it a lot. But today we'll be continuing with more Monday Madness, so it would be a 1-round NFL mock draft, just only 1 round, but there will be trades, and I just come up with the trades on the spot. And if I say, oh, the board has to fall in that well for this team, let's trade back. Or, hey, this team really likes this prospect, let's trade up for them. So that's the whole point of this entire reasoning. So the Raiders will now be trading and trading their future for Fernando Mendoza. They love Fernando Mendoza. And I've seen how many people like Fernando Mendoza. And it's not really surprising. He's a great quarterback. I mean, I don't know why we're getting super hyper focused on it. Like we just need to just know that this is the first overall pick. So I like it a lot. Makes sense for his team. It's a really easy pick. I mean, the draft starts at number 2. Like I said, draft starts at number 2. Like some of these other analysts say too as well. So don't just like the Fernando Mendoza pick here. We're gonna go Mendoza here. Like it a lot. With Fernando Mendoza off the board, now we get into the real meat and potatoes of this draft class. I mean, honestly, like if I had to choose right now, I would probably say that Reese is my second favorite player in this class. That's just me. Maybe behind Bain or Downs. Yeah, but like I like it a lot. I do like Reese here, and people sometimes think that maybe Reese doesn't go here because of his rawness. He isn't a full-time edge, so why are you taking him here? And the PFF season mock draft has him listed as a full-time edge, but or not full-time edge, but just has more or less of an edge. I have him more as literally that's what a perfect way to describe it is edge/linebacker. That's the best way to describe it, because you get a full-on edge, here, and you also get the best of both worlds with getting linebacker and edge here. Like this makes a lot of sense. It really does. So I don't dislike edge here. It really does make sense. Like I like Reese here. It's a lot of like moving pieces to this pick though, because you don't know how well he's going to perform. You don't. At edge, he didn't play full-time edge at Ohio State. He played 49% of his snaps. So he literally played 50-50 of his off-ball and on-ball. So that's the whole thing. And he is a little bit raw. He sometimes relies on his athleticism too much, but he's super strong and super athletically gifted for his size, where if you develop his technique, he can be literally unstoppable. And that's the whole reason. He has so much upside. And his reps that he was winning in college was mainly athleticism-based. But the only reason is why I say that for Shamar Stewart versus Arvell Reese is that like I like Arvell Reese's athleticism. It didn't seem like he was overpoweringly using the athleticism versus Shamar Stewart, who I felt like was relying too much on athleticism. Like I like Arvell Reese. He did have good technique. Doesn't mean that he only uses like strength and athleticism. Like he had some good technique in there. It just needs a little bit more refinement, and that's what I like. And there's a lot more like issues with this edge group that I feel comfortable taking Reese here. And even if it doesn't work out, for some reason, Arvell Reese is now a terrible edge in the NFL. He can't block shed. He can't do anything. Then you go with someone else here, and then you have Reese as a linebacker, which he was also a pretty solid linebacker in coverage throughout the year at Ohio State. Like, it's the best of both worlds. And they already signed Jamaal McCoy, so even if it doesn't work out on edge, and you want to play more as an as an off-ball linebacker and one in coverage, like, you have Jamaal McCoy, so you can already, like, help him at that. And they also have a bunch of edge pieces. They're not paying a lot of their edge threats money, so you're gonna kind of clearing up room. They're kind of building veterans around this team to make sure Reese succeeds, and that's the right move. And with Aaron Glenn, who's already a defensive-minded coach, you've seen he's worked with Aiden Hutchinson. Like, you've seen how well he does with some of these edge rushers. People have his concerns with as a coach. Regardless, I don't know. I don't know how he feels. I don't know how he is as a coach. I mean, like, I know how he is, but, like, maybe you just give him time because he's a first-year head coach, second-year head coach now. But, like, regardless, he's not a bad pick. Like, Reese is not a bad pick. That's what I'm trying to get out here. So, don't dislike it at all. Cardinals are on the board. So, who do they take here? Do they take Rueben Bain? Do they take David Bailey? Do they take a tackle here? Maybe we go crazy here. Maybe we're going to go Rueben Bain here, edge out of Miami. This team needs edge talent. It really does. Even with Josh Sweat on the board, you might want another edge play. And if you're sitting at Francis Mauigoa and saying, maybe he's not what I thought he was. Maybe he's a little bit, he's a little too slow for me. I don't like him too much as a prospect. Like, maybe you pick an edge here. That's 100% a possibility. The problem is, like, Rueben Bain's arms is short, so, like, that might play a factor. But, like, in terms of talent, Rueben Bain is the best in this class. Like, hands down, he's the best edge in this class. And there's no disputing that. The only problem is his hands. I'm saying his hands, his arm length. That's the biggest problem for me. And even that, I'm willing to ignore. Like, I'm gonna say production is production. A spade is a spade. He played against really good tackles. He played against really good, competent teams in the playoffs. He played against the best team in the playoffs, or beside maybe the Hoosiers. But he played against one of the top 3 team in the nation. As in, he played against Ole Miss. He played against Ohio State. He played against Texas A&M. Those are all top 10 programs in the nation. Maybe Texas A&M is top 15, but regardless, that's a top 25 program. This is a guy who was produced against all those names. He was day in day out. Him and his buddy Keem Asur kept on producing. And at one point, I'm realizing maybe we just forget it. We just forget the arm length. Just go for it. And he looks so good as pro day. He looks so valiant. He looks so strong. He looks like he's so quick and so explosive, and he has a real passion for this game. And that's what I want. That's what I want. If you're building for the future, might as well take the edge here. Don't dislike it whatsoever. Titans are on the board. Jeremiyah Love is here. Who else is here? Francis Mauigoa here. Who else? Honestly, there's the board hasn't fallen that badly for them. I mean, I don't think they're gonna take any of these guys here. So where do you go? Or maybe you take an edge here. Maybe edge isn't how to play, but I think maybe we go a little friskier. We go Sonny Styles. Maybe we go Jeremiyah Love. I always go Jeremiyah Love here. Maybe they take another edge here. We're gonna go another edge. We're gonna go David Bailey, edge out of Texas Tech. So 3 edges go back to back and back to back to back. So the thing with David Bailey is that he has marginal strength. His strength profile is a little too inconsistent for me. He has strength. I think he does have the strength at the NFL level. It's just that it's not shown day in, day out. So I think there's a little bit more refinement that needs to be done there. But I don't dislike him as a prospect. I don't. I just think that I like the 2 edges I took in front of him more because I don't really know if my mock drafts are predictive. It just depends on the day. Like, I think today I'm just feeling like, okay, I'm going to take the best player available and the players I like the most. Obviously, besides like the Raiders who took Fernando Mendoza. But David Bailey is good. Like, he's good. I don't know how well I feel with him being a 3-down lineman yet. But, like, I think he can be. If you develop him over training camp, I think he can take that step. But, like, I don't know how good I feel about him right now. And that's my biggest issue is that, like, there's so much inconsistency sometimes with him where his mainly his strength has been, like, he's really, really, like, stiff sometimes. And that's what I saw day in, day out with his tape is that, like, I feel like his like, bend sometimes for how small he is. Not small. I mean, this guy's fucking 2 times bigger than me. Well, not 2 times, but he's bigger than me. For how, like, smaller he is compared to some of these edges, because I think Reese is like 265, Rueben Bain is 270, he's like 250, 255, 260, like he's barely reaching 260, I think, and he's a little bit smaller than these guys. So like that's the whole reason for me is that like he's smaller but he has less bend than the 2 guys taken in front of him. Like that's kind of an issue. I don't know how I really feel about that, but like the pass rushing is undeniable. Him getting to the quarterback is undeniable. Watch the Oregon game, you can see the tape. That's why he's really top 10 pick, because he can get to the quarterback. I mean, it's simple like that. It's really that simple. So if you take David Bailey here, you get more pass production, and you might pass up on that because edge is more premium position than Jeremiyah Love's running back. Like, do you want to take the premier position? Do you want to take the luxury pick for Cam Ward? Like, it's mainly what Saleh ends up saying, or maybe obviously the general manager too. But like, if Saleh wants his piece, and he'll be like, all right, Brian, wait up. We're not going to take Love. We're going to take David Bailey here. Maybe this realistically happens. So 3 edges go off the board first. I don't dislike it, but like we have a bunch of luxury to the point where maybe we can just start just getting a little crazy, and I don't want the drafts to be relatively the same the entire time. So like David Bailey here, makes sense. Giants on the clock. Jeremiyah Love's here. There's no way in hell I'm touching him with 5 football. I mean, I love Jeremiyah Love's prospect. Again, I have him as a top 3 prospect in this draft class. He's top 3 on my big board. The only problem is I don't know if the Giants need a running back. Like, I feel like people are just forgetting how good Tyrone Chase was. He's a good pass catcher. He played wide receiver in college. He didn't work out that well. He moved to running back. He was amazing. He had 1,000 yards from scrimmage when he started. Cam Scadaboo is coming back. If you're uncertain about Cam Scadaboo, you have Tryon Tracy in the background, and then you can get a running back later down in the line. I don't know why we're keep on pushing this narrative that Jeremiyah Love needs to go to the Giants. And as a Giants fan, I don't think this makes sense. I think they need to take a Buckeye, whether it be Sonny Styles, Downs, or Tate. Even I wouldn't be opposed to Francis Mauigoa because they do need a guard, and Francis Mauigoa can pick into guard, and they need more extra linemen for the future because Jeremy Illuminor is locked in for like kind of long term, but like he's only locked in for 3 years. So, and he's also like above 33. So like he's gonna be gone sooner rather than later now. So maybe Francis Mauigoa, you develop him and then eventually work out, and then he can be good. You get your good bookend tackles for the entire year. I don't dislike that at all. And hear me out, guys. Hear me out. With Francis Mauigoa here, you take Francis Mauigoa, you move into guard. Jay Kubas is the starting left guard, so you move into left guard, or move John Runyon. Move John Runyon to left guard, and then you keep Francis Mauigoa guard, right guard. And then once Jermaine Lenoir's gone 3 years, you develop him as a tackle or like the swing tackle role. He can play both. He's super strong. He's not the most fast guy in the world, but he can get to the second level if you need him to. He's a solid prospect, and the Giants can use another offensive lineman. Like, I'm not saying like the guard spot is completely vacant and all that, because Jake Kubas is okay. Like, I don't want him starting, but like maybe we can get someone like Emmanuel Pregnon, even Chase Passanante is like in the second round. They don't have a third round pick, so in the second round. So that's the whole area there, but I don't dislike Francis Mauigoa here. It makes sense. It does. So we're going to go with Francis Mauigoa here. With the Browns on the board, there's a lot they can go here as well. Caleb Downs available. I don't usually go Caleb Downs here, but maybe you guys trade back because Francis Mauigoa is gone. And do you want to reach on one more feeling? I'm trying to think. Like, do I want to do this like that, or we're going to trade back? We're going to trade back, and we're going to have the Cowboys trading up. I don't know if I did this last time. If I did, I'm very, very sorry. I had the Cowboys trading back last time. We're going to go somewhere else then. We're going to find another team. Let's think of another team that might want another shot. This is not supposed to be hyper realistic, but like the Cowboys jump in and get number 6. They're going to take their safety of the future. They're going to take Caleb Downs. That's the whole reason why they're trading up. They're going to take Caleb Downs. They're going to get their real tackle of the future. And they gave up pick 20 and next year's first. But they do get Caleb Downs. They do have 2 picks from the Michael Parsons trade next year as well. So they basically give up both Green Bay picks for Michael Parsons to get Caleb Downs. So I don't dislike it. I like Caleb Downs. He's a great tackler. And this team could use another safety. I would 100% say an edge is a play 2. Problem is 3 edges just went up. So I'm going to go Caleb Downs here. Makes sense. It really does. So I don't dislike Caleb Downs here. It fits this team a lot. The Commanders on the board. I think this team doesn't need wide receiver. Carnell Tate is too good of a value to pass up on your new Carnell Tate here. Literally, if you look at the depth chart, it's Terry McLaurin, Luke McCaffrey, and all of them. I think you can take Brandon Ayuk and poach him away from the 49ers, because again, I think he's just 99% sure he's done there. So speeding past Levi Stadium on an IG story or whatever on social media is not a very smart idea if you want to stay with the team. So regardless, I think that rope is cut. So we're gonna go Carnell Tate here. And they seem like they're getting all these ASU guys. Rashad White, obviously, biggest with Jacoby Cross-Merritt. I think running back is going to play too. I think Jeremiyah Love is here too. But maybe you take wide receiver here and keep on building for Jane Daniels. And if you just sign Rashad White, maybe you want to develop the wide receiver core a little bit more, especially with Terry McLaurin not getting younger. Like, I'm not saying he's old yet, because he's not old by any sense. Like, he's like, what, 20? Like, 29? So, like, he's not old. But, like, he is not getting younger. And that's the whole reason that maybe you want to build younger with Carnell Tate, who's been a good 2 and will be a good 1,000-yard receiver next to Terry McLaurin, because he's already been a 1,000-yard receiver next to, or not a 1,000-yard, but like a really high receiver next to Jeremiah Smith, even while missing some time and even playing less games. So like there's building blocks there. I don't dislike taking Carnell Tate here. Like, there's more depth there. This team doesn't need wide receiver. Like, who are they throwing to? Terry McLaurin, Luke McCaffrey. No, it's Luke McCaffrey. Carnell Tate is a way bigger upgrade, and he can do the dirty work. He can block for you. He can block for that team. He can get open, has great footwork, an amazing prospect. I like him a lot. He's a wide receiver 1. So we're going to go Carnell Tate here. With the Saints here, we're going to go linebacker Sonny Styles out of Ohio State University. So with Sonny Styles here, I don't know. I like it. I like the pick here. I think this team did just lose Demario Davis, and they're losing some like cornerstone pieces. They've lost Cam Jordan, Demario Davis, 2 like not franchise. Well, Cam Jordan was a franchise guy. Demario Davis has bounced in and out of this team, but like, They've been good. Like, they've been good, like, culture setters. They've been good veteran leaderships. Like, they've been good in the locker room and even on field too. Like, Cam Jordan was amazing on the field, and he was also a big culture setter for his team. He's gone now. So if you take Sonny Styles, you're gonna start building for the youth, and you're kind of turning this new leaf. And like, even I like the Kellen Moore saga right now. It's going well. Like, Shuck has been a hit of a pick. Chris Olave has had good numbers, like better numbers we've seen in his career. Like, you want to build young now, and I think letting Cam Jordan is a tough goodbye, but it is the right pick. Like, not all easy picks, not all tough picks are the wrong picks. Like, that's the thing. If you take Sonny Styles here, you get a prolific tackler, you get someone who goes in between the lines, you get somebody who has a bunch of upside because he was an ex-safety. He can be a real culture setter. He has a freakishly athletic build. Like, you don't really see someone like this. He's literally built in a lab. Like, I don't say something. Him and Monroe Feeling are built in the lab, and that's what I like about Sonny Styles. He can really change his team, and it'll be a good Demario Davis replacement. So you get your linebacker of the future, and you also get a complete stud. Like, he's a real sound prospect. So I don't dislike it here at all. The Chiefs, I'm gonna have them trading back. If they did not sign K9, I would have them taking K9 here, but not K9. Sorry, if they did not sign K9, I would have them taking Love here. We're gonna have. Who could really have the luxury of taking a running back here? I mean, realistically, right? So we're gonna have the Chiefs regardless. The Chiefs, and who do we want here? So maybe we go the Vikings. I was thinking the Vikings. The Vikings trade up, and they're gonna get their running back of the future, even after I think signing Aaron Jones. I think you guys like extended him or like said you weren't gonna cut him or something. Something happened. He's still on the roster regardless. He's gonna be on the roster next season. You get your running back of the future, and you can split carries with Aaron Jones. Like I said, I want Jeremiyah Love to split carries in his first year of the like not split, but like take a little less of a role than some people want him to take, because he's might get injured, and you've seen high volume running backs get injured. I mean, Saquon Barkley is a perfect example. I watched it happen firsthand as a Giants fan before I even followed the draft process, and I was just following the Giants. Like, I saw him get injured, battered and bruised. Because if you take him running back number 2 overall, you're gonna expect him to get the boatload of the carries, and that's what the Giants did. It's not a bad thing, but like, I wanted him to get eased into it. And if you continue to get him injured, his durability is gonna go down, his skill set's gonna go down, and his whole likeness to the organization is gonna go down. To the organization and coaching staff is gonna go down as well. So if you take Jeremiah Love, you split carries with Aaron Jones, a good veteran presence who can teach him and get him acclimated to the NFL. It won't be a bad option. So if you take Jeremiah Love here, makes sense, and I'm fine giving up the extra capital. Like, you give up a couple day 2 picks. I'm fine with that. Like, I'm literally fine with that. And it's here next. And the 3rd round in next year too. Like, I'm gonna be fine with that, giving up for Jeremiah Love. So I like it. It makes sense. I'm gonna go Jeremiah Love here. Makes sense. The Bengals are on the clock here. Let's see what they take. So if the Bengals are on the clock, I need a corner here, and I need a linebacker or a safety. Caleb Downs is unfortunately gone, so I think Mansoor or Jamaal McCoy makes the most sense here. I'm going to go a little frisky. I'm going to go Jamaal McCoy here. He goes in front of Mansoor. So Jamaal McCoy goes here. He ran a 4.38 40 at his pro day. He looked really good at his pro day. And you've seen corners who have looked good in the past, look like the best corners in the past, risen a lot. Derek Stingley is a perfect example. I keep on bringing this up. Derek Stingley is the perfect example. Bad last 2 years, good, really, really good first year. That's the whole thing. And Jamaal McCoy did tear his ACL. He didn't play last year. He had a really good year at Oregon State. He had a really good year at Tennessee once he transferred. Tore his ACL. Now he's in the draft process. He didn't play a single snap in 2025 to 2026. He ran a great pro day. He got ACL surgery. He's back. And like I said, modern medicine is developing, guys. That's the thing. With ACL injuries, they're not what they used to be 20, 30 plus years ago. They are now, it's not, I'm not saying ACL injuries aren't a problem. I'm saying ACL injuries are better acclimated. They're better used. They're better, there's better rehab processes. There's better medicine. There's better treatments. I don't know if you take medicine for ACL injuries. I don't know if that happens. I've never been through one, and I've never known anyone who has. But there's just better treatments to it. And Jamaal McCoy seems like he's fine. He doesn't seem like, I don't think he's ever going to be his knees going to be 100% like it was before. It's not going to be as good as new, but it's going to be damn well good. And he ran a really good 40. He played really well. He relied a lot of his acceleration and speed. That's the main thing that I was really concerned about. But he looked like his 40-yard time was fine. He looked like he was running fine. He looked good. I don't know. His drills looked good. His 40-yard looked good. Everything just looked good. And I'm not saying good as in oh, he looked good. He didn't look great. I'm saying he looked good. That's the thing. He looked good. So if you take Jamaal McCoy here, you get a lockdown corner. Someone who does rely a little bit on his speed and agility. You don't know how well he's gonna acclimate that after his ACL injury, but it already there's an upward trend regardless with the comp or with this pro day. So maybe you just go for it, and I don't dislike it. With the Dolphins, though, they kind of not luck out, but they get the safer pick, maybe the less high floor or high ceiling pick. But you get your Mansoor Delane here, who's a smaller guy. This team doesn't need corner though. Jeff Hafley would probably want another weapon in the secondary. So if you take Mansoor here, you get another weapon in the secondary. This team starting corner is Jack Jones or something, or someone Jones. We'll just say Jones. And there's someone else who just isn't very noteworthy to the as corner two, maybe the right corner. So Mansoor is going to step in and be the main corner one. He was amazing at LSU, only allowing 15 catches. He's solid. He's just, the only problem is Jamaal McCoy just had a better year in 2024, and people might like that more than Mansoor Delane did in 2025. So it's just a preference pick. I like Mansoor a lot. I like Jamaal McCoy a lot. But it just depends what you prefer, what your organizations prefer, and we honestly don't know. We don't know until their name is called on draft night, and they're gone. So just whoever goes first goes first. That's the whole area. That's why I love the draft so much, because you don't know what's going to happen. No pick, literally no pick here. Even Fernando Mendoza, as crazy as it sounds, Fernando Mendoza is not locked in. No pick here until the card is in and Roger Goodell announces it, or whoever the hell is announces it. You don't know what's going to happen, and that's what I love. And you can definitely see Mansoor going in front. You can definitely see Jamaal McCoy going in front. You can even see Avieon Terrell going in front of these two guys. And that's the whole thing. Mansoor has been great, but organizations might like another player. That's the whole idea. I love the draft, baby. With the Cowboys on the board, they didn't give up too much to take Caleb Downs here, so they're not gonna take Dylan Thiem here. They're gonna take an edge here. The problem is which edge. If you want to go, maybe an edge isn't that good. Maybe you go corner here. I mean, maybe go 3 straight corners. I love Avieon Terrell, like I do. Even with this aggravated hamstring, like I don't know how much that's gonna drop him. Like that might drop him a little bit in organization boards, but like if he's back by training camp, like I don't really see that's much of an issue. I think you just gotta use the right steps to get it right. But like I like Avieon Terrell, I really do. And his aggressiveness, the only thing he sometimes can be too aggressive and too overcut the ball, and he gets too aggressive and the ball gets past him. If you control the aggressiveness, if it's controlled violence, that's great, and that's what I love. He isn't afraid to take a risk. He can hit you. He plays so much bigger than his size. He's 180, 5'11". He's really good, like for his size. He had great tape at Clemson. I feel like he was the only Clemson player that I felt like got better this year. And that's what I like. His tape is phenomenal. If you haven't watched his tape yet, go watch it. It's one of my favorite in this class. That's why I have him so highly ranked, is because I think he can be so awesome. So Avieon Terrell goes here. You get the corner of the future, you get their safety of the future in Avieon Terrell and Caleb Downs. As a Giants fan, this draft scares me for the Cowboys. If they somehow find a way to get anywhere close to this draft, I'm shooting bricks. So we're going to go Avieon Terrell here. Makes a lot of sense. I like it a lot. The Rams are on the board, and honestly, the board has not fallen too badly for them. Other than maybe Carnell Tate going, Jordyn Tyson is 100% available, Makai Lemon, Kenyon Sadiq, Oroku Cooper Jr., all available. And do you want to take the safe pick as Makai Lemon, non-injury prone pick, someone you know who's going to get instant production, a good reliable receiver, or get Jordyn Tyson, who's a very injury prone receiver. With the whole Puka Nacua thing, with him going to rehab, I'm going to go Makai Lemon. And that's why, because he hasn't really missed much time in college. He's fits this role a little bit better than Jordyn Tyson. I mean, I know they're not investing long term into Davante Adams. They've said that they've been shopping him around. Not saying they're gonna trade him, but there's issues where he might get going. Like he's getting shopped around. So maybe he goes like at 13 just purely because he's consistent and he isn't afraid. The thing I noticed about Makai Lemon is that he can catch the ball in stride. He can catch the ball when someone's literally this far away from us. Like if you're the defender and I'm Makai Lemon, he's gonna sit there, he's gonna catch the ball, he's gonna essentially look down in the eyes, they block me, and he's gonna hold on to the ball. That's what I like. And there's a lot of versatility. There's a lot of mismatch. There's a lot of good placement in between zones. He's a very smart player. He isn't afraid to get hit, which I like a lot. He's a solid player. Whole character concerns, which I'm not taking that into my evaluation over him. It's just his physical tools are a little bit limited. He's a little bit smaller. He doesn't have elite speed, doesn't have elite quickness. But like you've seen that with JSN, he doesn't have elite speed, elite quickness. His route running is the best you've ever seen. Not the best you've ever seen, but it's top notch. His catching is top notch. It's similar to Makai Lemon. Same with Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's not the biggest, not the fastest, but he's all of the little things that he does well. And that's what I like about Makai Lemon the most, is that he does everything well. So I like Makai Lemon. He's a solid pick, and even with the uncertainty with Davante Adams, if he's gone yet, or Puka Nacua with his rehab, and if he'll ever be the same, you take Makai Lemon here as a consistent wide receiver, regardless of injuries, regardless of anything. He will catch the ball for you. He will make sure you're good, and he's a very humble guy. So I don't dislike Makai Lemon here at all. The Ravens are on the board. Maybe we go trade back here, but I don't even see that happening. I mean, we're gonna go one of the two in Spencer Fano or Big Ionia, but we're gonna go Spencer Fano here. I don't know why Spencer Fano is ranked so lowly on this. I like Spencer Fano. I do, and I think he's a great swing tackle role for this team. Declan Doyle loves using it. He's seen what he did with Joe Thuney. Simple pick. I've usually mocked this. I mean, I've been going like a little bit crazy with some of the picks here, but like I like Spencer Fano here, so we're gonna go Spencer Fano here. Simple pick. I talk about this a lot, so we're gonna chill on that. With the Bucs on the board, this is honestly, call me crazy, this is a fine range for Jordyn Tyson. And the reason is I'm going to talk about Jordyn Tyson is that because you lost Mike Evans, you have Emeka Egbuka, not bad. You have Chris Godwin, who's been injury riddled and all of that stuff. You don't know how long he's going to be here for. You have Jordyn Tyson, who's a real wide receiver one. After losing Mike Evans, you lost him. You seem like a buck for life. He's gone now. If you take Jordyn Tyson here, you get your wide receiver one, maybe wide receiver 1B or 1A, and then you have Egbuka your wide 1B. Like they're both really good in college. I think I like Jordyn Tyson even with the injury concerns that Egbuka played really good. If you get Jordyn Tyson on the other side, another weapon for Baker Mayfield, it's not bad. And it's another kind of like a win now move. It's not a very project based pick versus someone like where is he? What's his face? Keldrick Folk is a big project based pick. Like, you don't know how well that's like my worst pick for him. Like, if this organization is under duress, you take Jordyn Tyson here, you get more explosiveness for that offense. You fill in that wide receiver role that you lost with Mike Evans, and you get a real wide receiver one who's contorts his body. He doesn't have elite speed. He has a really good speed. He has a really good catch point. He's really good at the running. Like, he's good. And I think Jordyn Tyson here makes sense. I think people need to start marking him here. I like him a lot here. With the Jets here, I don't think any of these tackles are available. I don't like Caleb Lemon or Monroe feeling here. So we're gonna stray away from that. So I think guards available because they did lose Simpson and AVT. We're going to go big guy on another mean streak type guard who's very, very strong. I watched his tape. I can feel the defender. Like, I can feel his strength through the screen. And, like, that might sound like glaze. It might be slightly. But, like, I can see the strength. And I can see it. Like, it's very apparent on the straight. And he's probably the strongest offensive lineman in this class. And that's being a little humble. Like, he's literally the best offensive lineman in terms of strength in this class. So this team does need this team has a vacancy at guard, and even though guard isn't the most needed position for this team, I mean, they've lost guard picks, and this team already has the tackles of the future. So if they keep on building the offensive line, this team can make some noise. And I'm telling you, if the Jets draft right, they can have a good future ahead of them. So I'm interested to see where they go at pick 16. I think wide receiver is 100% available, but the top 3 receivers are gone. So I'm gonna go a big guy here. Makes so much sense for me for the value of the pick. I like it a lot. Let's go here. The Lions on the board. We're gonna go Monroe for the offensive tackle out of Georgia. Taylor Decker retired. You need an offensive tackle. Makes sense. I mean, it's really an easy pick. We're not gonna spend too much time on this one. Makes sense. The Chiefs are available and they're on the clock. So with trading back out of 9, you might want a corner. I would have loved Avieon Terrell here. He's gone. So gotta wave goodbye to him. Kenyon Sadiq is here. I might go Kenyon Sadiq here. And it'll be another weapon for Mahomes. And that's what I like. He will be another real threat for him. And it's more of a consistent receiver. More of a consistent tight end who isn't the best at blocking. We already have Travis Kelce extended. But, like, regardless if you extended him or not, like, I like Kenyon Sadiq here. He can be a mismatch on the outside. He can be good in tight end, 2 tight end sets. Imagine stopping Kenyon Sadiq and Travis Kelce. One who's very good, like Kelce who's very good between the zones and all that. Versus Kenyon Sadiq who can just burn you on the outside and has unreal speed for a tight end. For moves really quick for his size. We're running 4.39 at the combine. Right? So that's the whole thing. And I like it a lot. It fits a lot good. Like, it might not be the most pick here, like the most like sought after pick here, but like maybe you take BPA. Like, this is definitely BPA. Maybe don't Thielen here, but like Kenyon Sadiq is not a bad option. Like, I think secondary is 100% play too. I mean, but I don't like the secondary board here right now. I think there's ways you can wait. So if you go Kenyon Sadiq here, you get a real weapon from Mahomes, kind of like a wide receiver tight end hybrid. Like, you get that, and then you also get another stud from Mahomes to another more consistent receiver more than anything. The Panthers on the board. We're gonna go Caden Proctor, offensive tackle out of Alabama. So the reason why I'm going Caden Proctor today is that because Ikem Ekwonu has been hurt. So if you move their tackles around, you can cap Caden Proctor on the left side or the right side, regardless wherever you want him to be. And then once Iki comes back, or if you want him in your long-term future, if you don't, then you keep Caden Proctor here long-term. So it really just depends if you want to move on from Iki. But like, if you don't, then you move him to tackle, move him back into guard after Iki comes back. That's the whole thing. So I don't dislike it. Makes sense. I like it. The Browns after training back, they are on the clock now. So this team doesn't need an offensive tackle. I think you would have loved Caden Proctor. Caleb Lemon was here, so I don't dislike Caleb Lemon here. We take a wide receiver here. I think Omar Cooper Jr. for the value is pretty good for this team, so we're going to go Omar Cooper Jr. I think Omar Cooper Jr. could be a good do-it-all type of guy. I mean, he was really going to be the number 1 option. Maybe you take Jerry Jr. as the number 1 option, but if Omar Cooper Jr. comes in, he's going to be the number 1 for me. I like Omar Cooper Jr. a lot as a prospect. I think he's so good at keeping himself up. He doesn't get down really easily, and that's what I noticed a lot on tape. He just doesn't go down, and that's the whole thing. I like Omar Cooper Jr. a lot here. It makes sense, and they can take a tackle in the second round, or in their second pick in the first round. So I don't dislike Omar here. Steelers, even with the vacancy at guard, I'm gonna go Caleb Lemon, who I view more as a guard more than anything. So we're gonna go Caleb Lemon here. I like Caleb Lemon as a prospect. It's just a little bit more refinement needs to be done. I think if you take Caleb Lemon here, he's gonna move it to guard, and if he doesn't work out and Broderick Jones' whole saga doesn't work out, you move him out to tackle and keep on developing as a player, and then that'll be a good option. He played left tackle at college, so if you want to move him out to left tackle, it's not a bad option, and you keep him on guard for right now, and you have fill in that guard vacancy, and then you also take Caleb Lemon here. Not a bad option. Like, it makes sense, and he's a really strong guard. Needs to work on his play strength a little bit, but like I like his whole profile. So if you keep on developing him, the physicals are there. Just keep on chipping away at it, and he'll be a good prospect for you. So I don't dislike it at all. The Chargers are on the board. I think Dylan Thielman is 100% in play here. Maybe Peter Woods. We're gonna go Dylan Thielman here. I like the safety out of Oregon here. He makes a lot of great plays. Like, that's the whole thing about him. He's in the right place at the right time. Not because it's out of pure luck. He's just always just there. And I see him with Caleb Downs. Even the same with Malcolm Warren. They're just there. And what I like about Dylan Thielman the most, more than those other two guys, is that Dylan Thielman has so much more turnover prone ability than McNeil Warren, I would say. Not so much more, but like everyone like has good turnover prone ability. I think I just like Dylan Thielman's a little bit more. Like, it makes like it's really good. Like, his turnover prone ability is really, really good. So if you go Thielman here, you get way more like secure in the secondary, and this team could use another safety, and it's not a bad option to take Dylan Thielman here. Like it a lot, makes sense. The Eagles on the board. I think Blake Miller's available. I just don't like it here. I'm gonna go Key Messer, get instant QE potential pass rusher. This is amazing pick for them. If they can somehow land a Key Messer, this is a good pick. Like, I think Akeem Messer, if we're not talking about his age, he's a top 15 pick. The problem is his age and sometimes his injury history. So that's a big red flag for some organizations. But the measurables are good. His stats are good. His production's been good. Just everything's been good, just besides his age and his injury history. And his injury history has come primarily from playing defensive tackle at West Virginia, and even sometimes at Miami. So, like, if you play him at the edge, which is what he's getting drafted for, he's not getting drafted for his defensive tackle ability. He can play that if you really need him to. But I prefer him more on the edge. Like, at 90% of the time, I need him at edge. So if you take him at edge, like, you get a good production from a good player, and he's been really good. He's been almost, I want to say as good as Rueben Bain, but he's been like on par with Rueben Bain, like maybe a slightly below par. Like, and the thing with Hakeem Messidor is that, like, even with his like below, like his comp, or not his comp, but like his competition to Rueben Bain, you get more You get more pass rushing ability. Like, I don't know, he just like looks like good as a prospect. I don't know, he just get to the quarterback. A little bit more to be desired in the run stopping game, but I think he can develop that too. And regardless if he's like 30 when his contract's done, his rookie year deal is done, if the production is good, people are not gonna really bring that up. So we're gonna go Keem Messidor here. The Browns being on the board here, let's see where they go. So I think offensive tackle is 100% needed. I think they need to go offensive tackle here. The problem is, who do you want to go with? I'm gonna go Max Sinatra. And listen, I'm not a big Blake Miller guy. I know some people are. I just don't like him that much. He's very battle tested, and he has real lapses sometimes, and that's my big issue. Like, he sometimes just gets beat, and that's what I don't like. With Maxi Onshore, like, I feel like there's a lot more like upside, and even though he gets beat as much, he gets even better. Like, it's like he just keeps on getting better, and that's what I like. And he's a real behemoth. Like, he's like freakishly big for his size, so I don't dislike it. We're gonna go Max Ian Onshore here. The Bears on the board. I think safety is 100% play here. Defensive tackle, I'm gonna go Peter Woods though. You get real upside here. If you go Peter Woods here, you get a bunch of strength here, and it could be awesome. I know the numbers have been down, but again, team's game plan around him. There was like a 3-point. I don't know. There was like short time thrown out for opposing teams, like, they get the ball out quicker when they're there. So of course the numbers are gonna go down because they know about Peter Woods. That's the whole issue. So if you take Peter Woods here, you get a good defensive tackle, you get a solid prospect, and you get just a overall stud. So I don't like to harp on Peter Woods as much because, again, the numbers have been down, but like, it's just everything happens for a reason. So if you take Peter Woods, like, there's a bigger picture to it. So I like Peter Woods here. Makes sense. The Bills on the board. I think Malcolm Warren's 100% play. Maybe you take Casey Conception here. I like Casey Conception a lot as a player. I think Casey Conception won't be a bad option. If you take Casey Conception on, he will be a good contrast to DJ Moore and even Khalil Shakir. He'll be a good slot guy. He can be a good punt returner. He can be a good guy who can just get open. And Josh Allen, again, hasn't had that shifty type of guy since Stephon Diggs. If you get Casey Conception on here, you get a good guy who's very versatile. He can play on the jet sweep. He can play in between the slot. He's a solid pick. Like, I don't think people are very like low on Casey Conception other than some of the drop issues. But the drop issues, he drops the easy ones. He catches the hard ones. I'd rather have my wide receiver catch the hard ones than drop the easy ones. Like, that's what I like. Like, I like that. So, you take Casey Conception here, you get way more bang for your buck. Like, it makes sense. Like, it makes sense. I like him a lot. I view him as a first round receiver, and his speed is top notch. Like, he's so shifty. His tape's really good. He gets off the line very well. Like, everything's good besides his hands. And if you get his hands technique based focus, like, you can eventually develop him into a stud. So I don't hate that. With the 49ers, I'm going to go Keldrick Folk, edge out of Auburn. So Keldrick Folk this is probably my best landing spot for him. He learns behind Nick Bosa and Michael Williams. That's the best option. Michael Williams, again, is a freshman, but the whole problem is, like, he if he gets thrusted in immediately, he's not going to get much pressure and people are going to bite his head off. Next to Nick Bosa, he can learn. Former defensive player of the year, he can learn. He can develop as a pass rusher, and he can develop his skills. And eventually, once Nick Bosa or Michael Williams are gone, I mean, I don't think Michael Williams is gone anytime soon, but if eventually they build a three-headed monster at the edge position, and this team loves their edge rusher, so why not you take Keldrick Folk? I know Robert Saleh is gone now, but if you take Keldrick Folk here, you get a good high-step running guy, which they can use, and they also get more depth there and more upside. It's more of like a think of the future, not now type of pick. That's what I like about Keldrick Folk. And people were saying he's not a first round pick. You need to chill out. He's a good first round player. He's very athletic too. It's just the problem is he isn't going to be the quarterback, and that's not going to drop him out of the first round. It's just because he needs more. He needs a little bit more refinement. But like he's a solid pick. So I think we're getting a little too harsh on him. With the Texans on the board here, we're going to go with the defensive tackle here. We're going to go Caden McDonald, defensive tackle out of Ohio State. This makes a lot of sense too. A real run stopper. This team does need a real plug for the run stopping game. So if you take Caden McDonald here, get a real plug there. I like it a lot. Makes sense. We're going to go Caden McDonald here. But simple but easy pick. The Chiefs on the board. I'm going to go another corner here. They took, who did they take? They took Kenyon Sadiq. So we're going to go another corner or a edge here. The edge board has not fallen that badly, so we're gonna go look at edge and corner with TJ Parker available. You maybe go TJ Parker. I'm gonna go TJ Parker here. You get TJ Parker a real bang for your buck. I think I like TJ Parker a lot. I think he doesn't do he doesn't do everything tremendously, but he does everything good, and that's what I like. His comment was just good. Like he just looks good, and he can get to the quarterback. He's very violent. I like his tape a lot. Makes sense. And I think people are viewing more as a second round or like late first, early second round type player. I think I view him more as a late first more than anything. I like his tape. I really do. So if you take TJ Parker, get a real edge rusher, and his frame isn't that bad, so I don't dislike it. And I think he can be a real thin lineman in the NFL draft. So I like it a lot. With the Dolphins on the board, we're gonna go with another one. They took Mansoor Delane. I'm gonna keep on bolstering up that secondary, and I think Jeff Hadley gets his Xavier McKinney and take Emmanuel Warren, who is honestly a really good player. Like he is not the most rangiest, but he's good. He can get to the quarterback. He's a hard hitter. He's a solid pick. He can play literally anywhere. He's more of a strong safety more than anything, but he hits the ball. He can get to the ball. He's very turnover prone. He's really good. Has really good instincts. Everything's good. Like these top three safeties, McNeil Warren, Dylan Thiemann, and Downs have a lot of potential as real turnover threat. So I don't dislike Emmanuel Warren here. This team needs a safety too, especially after trading Minka. You get this whole safe secondary under wraps with Delane and Emmanuel Warren, and keep on building. It makes a lot of sense. I like it a lot. The Patriots on the board. I'm leaning towards Blake Miller, but maybe not. I think maybe you take linebacker here. Jacob Rodriguez is not a bad option. We're gonna do it. Fuck it. I'm gonna go Jacob Rodriguez. We're gonna Jacob Rodriguez here. A real guy who was really, really good. Like he finished like so close in Heisman votes. He was really solid. I like Jacob Rodriguez. He isn't the most incredible athlete, but he's very good. He relies on his instincts a lot. He's very instinctual. He makes the right plays. He can kind of do it all. He's a tackler. He can intercept. The only problem is he hasn't produced that much, and he can sometimes be a little too over aggressive, and his pursuit angles can be a little wishy-washy sometimes. But he makes good plays, and I've seen more good plays than I haven't, and I just love his tape. So if you take Jacob Rodriguez here, you get another great player. So I like Jacob Rodriguez. Makes sense. It's a solid pick. And it really is a great pick for the Patriots to get another linebacker here. It makes sense. The Seahawks are on the clock. Corner is 100% available. I think maybe Colton Hood makes the most sense here. And we're going to go Colton Hood, corner out of Tennessee. The reason with Colton Hood, which I like him so much, is mainly because he's just good. He's slotted into many situations. He's been really good in certain situations, mainly the McCoy ACL injury. Like he's been really good there. He doesn't have the most elite physicals in the world. He doesn't have the most elite speed. He has good speed. He's really good. He's a really smart player. He can fit to the ball well. He's a solid player. He's a good tackler. The tackling gets a little wishy-washy sometimes, but I like his tackling. Like it makes sense. Like I like it. So the team doesn't need corner after losing Week 1, and so I want some more. So I like taking Colton here. Makes sense for his team. I like a lot. And anyways, that's it. Thank you for watching. This is my mock draft. Let me know what you guys think of this. I just traded some picks and I just picked some regular picks. Yeah, that's it. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.